Welcome, everybody, to episode 7 of the Take Aim Gamescast. I'm your host, Scott Mills, the Microsoft/PC expert, and I'm joined on my left, as always, by Brett Wolf, the PlayStation expert.
What's up? What up?
And over here on my right, I've got the one, the only, Eric King, our Nintendo/a little bit of everything expert.
Big day today.
That's right.
Been waiting for this one.
See, I feel like
That's
my
right.
intros are kind of get a little bit too crazy. Like of me going what's up? Like I feel
What's up, guys?
Well, because Emmy told me that I don't seem too I guess enthusiastic when I start.
Wow.
So I've been switching it up. But
Right.
no, like you said, today is your big day.
It is. This is the
Been waiting for it.
Nintendo Day.
It is.
That's right. So, what do you have for us? What are you most excited about in 2019 for Nintendo?
What am I most excited about? Well, it's going to be a big year, I think, for Nintendo.
Look at that big smile on your face.
Oh, he's ready.
This could be Nintendo's year to really put themselves back on the map because
You don't
it
think
seems like
Well,
Sony is going to be kind of having a down
I
year
feel like the
this year.
Switch has been pretty
Xbox
popular.
is
They're starting to get
Having a down year every year lately, it seems like. So.
True that.
So Nintendo's really going to come out swinging, I think, this year. I mean, they got possibly Metroid. If that comes out, obviously, that's probably the thing I'd be most excited for. But, I mean, there's a whole list of games.
What kind of a Metroid game? Do you think it would be like a 2D Metroid game, a 3D Metroid game?
No,
like
it's Metroid Prime 4, so
yeah,
we're going to be
Metroid Prime.
getting a
Okay.
3D, full-on
Yeah.
series game, and it's going to be crazy. I don't think it... I doubt it's coming out this year, but I mean, I think they gave an initial release of 2019 maybe, but I don't see it coming out this year. All they've shown so far is just that title where it came out.
Yeah.
It had that big 4 on it.
Yeah, all it said was Metroid Prime 4. I think it said currently in development, or it just said in development.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
think
it's
it
one of
gave a
those
release
teasers
date.
just to
everyone
keep fans happy that, hey, yeah, we're doing this.
Everyone seems to be speculating that's coming out this year, but I don't see it. I've heard rumors of possibly the trilogy coming as a port to the Switch, which I think that would be
remastering it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, more just a port. I would
Okay,
assume.
so same
But
game, but yeah.
I would assume just like a port. But I think that would be pretty cool for people who haven't actually played the series, because I don't know if you guys have played any of those games yet. But I think that would be cool to bring over. But they haven't actually announced that. It's just been rumored so far. What are you guys excited for as far as Nintendo goes this year?
Go ahead, Scott.
Well, I don't have a Switch, but I've always been a fan of Pokemon, so I mean, I want to see if they're going to announce, I have a feeling they're going to announce the next generation Pokemon game on the Switch. I think that would be what I would be most excited for about Nintendo.
Well, I think they announced that there is a Pokemon game coming out
Yes,
this
they
year.
definitely are making the next generation Pokemon game, and it is going to be for the Switch.
And it should be interesting to see, what they're going to actually do with it. Because
Yeah.
I heard rumors that I think you're supposed to be able to bring your Pokemon over from Let's Go, from those versions, into
Probably
this
something
version.
similar to what they did in the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, where there's one park where you can use your Go Pokemon in there. Which I do. I play Pokemon Go on my phone as well. Still, my brother and his wife, they still play strong. I have a friend who plays that pretty strong too. It's fun. Pokemon Go is to get into.
Yeah, I haven't been overly impressed with Nintendo as far as the games they brought over to mobile, since they have come into the mobile space, 2 or 3 years ago, I think. But, I mean, there's only so much you can do with a mobile game.
Well, how much longer? So they still are fairly successful with the DS and the 3DS. How much longer of a lifespan do you think that's going to have?
Not much. I think.
Especially now that with the Switch, you can take that and basically use that as a handheld in and of itself.
Yeah, I think Nintendo Switch is kind of killing the 3DS market ever since that came out. Because I mean, since that came out, there really hasn't been too many big titles. There was a Metroid. What was it? I don't even remember what that one was called, but they had a Metroid come out since the Switch. I think that was really the only big title that came out for 3DS since that Switch got released. So
Yeah.
seems to be the Switch is taking over as far as the mobile space for Nintendo.
Yeah, well, Brett, what about you? What are you most excited about from Nintendo?
So I can't wait to see the new Pokemon game. As the 8th generation, like you mentioned, Scott. I thought Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu had a lot of good things going for it. I love that you were able to see the Pokemon in the wild and not have like wild encounters anymore.
Do you think this new game is going to be pretty much the same as Let's Go as far as all that new stuff that they implemented?
I hope so. Even the Pokemon Go mechanics, I thought were a welcome addition.
Talking about like catching the Pokemon.
Yeah, and not having to battle them. Besides, the certain legendaries like Snorlax. I thought that was a welcome addition, and I was a little bit nervous about the Pokemon Go mechanics, but they turned out fine. The graphics were excellent on it. In 3D, and Kanto looked great. So the only problem I may have with the new Pokemon games is that hopefully they go away from the Sun and Moon, where they had like not actual like gyms. They just had like they had like 4 islands, Eric, if I'm not mistaken.
Like a leader
Alola?
of those islands?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, I only played the Ultra
Sun and Moon
versions,
as well.
which I don't know what the difference between the Ultra and the regular was. I didn't play the actual original ones.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
So what was it instead of gym leaders? Is it?
I'm not sure. I just heard it was like
Okay, so you
there was like
didn't play
4 like battle islands or something. It wasn't the normal
the same
1 through
gyms.
8 that we're so accustomed to.
Okay.
And I would like to see those come back as just give me a a normal Pokemon game. Implement these new Pokemon Go mechanics. I don't mind those. I think those are more accessible too for the younger crowd.
These games have to change it up a little bit, like the whole random encounter things and like grinding through a game. Those are old.
Well, they've been going strong
antiquated
for
game mechanics now.
Since what?
Like
it came out
1996 or something.
I think it was
so,
96 in Japan and 98 in the West.
Yeah, like it's been going strong for 20 years now.
Yeah.
So they gotta switch it up at some point and kind
Yeah,
of try to keep it fresh.
Kids these days have less attention spans, and so you got to make it like things keep going. So
I just want to see like cool Pokemon again.
yes,
I feel like all the starter Pokemon we see are all
the new
catered towards like young,
Well, that's what I was gonna say, like-
babies and like not young babies, but like babies, young girls. These cutesy ootsy,
All these kids probably
bootsy,
think they're like so cool, and we're like the old guys, like, oh, these are
Yeah.
stupid. I hate
Yeah.
I mean,
we got classic Pokemon back.
I mean, Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur all looked. I mean, you could tell that they were like younger Pokemon, but they still had kind of like an edgy look to them. And maybe it's just my nostalgia glasses on, but even the second gen with Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile looked cool too.
Then it kind of got a little weird in the third gen, like that grass Pokemon was like a friggin' I don't even know.
Trico. It was Trico.
I like Trico.
Mudkip.
Mudkip was cool though.
And Torchic. But I like to see them really just, kind of go back to the basics of what made Pokemon cool for us boys who were 7, 8, 9 years old. And really wanted to, like, you really want to get Gyarados, but you had to, train up Magikarp and stuff. Like, kind of give it, like, and I hate how there's, like, different ways to evolve these Pokemon now. Besides, like, you now have to take some Pokemon to, like, certain areas. Yeah, I don't like that because I like
the like you need
stone,
the
and then you gotta do a fusion dance and shit. Like, this isn't, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, give me my normal level, level ups.
You just want
level benchmarks. No, it still have, like, your certain, like, Leaf Stone, Water Stone, Firestone, and then also
Yeah,
I never understood the whole.
You know, they're gonna make like you have to trade Pokemon in order to evolve them,
Which doesn't make any sense.
Because well, it's a money thing.
Yeah, I know.
They make multiple versions of the game, so they want you to have both the versions of it so that you could get all the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then
so, but besides that, like Pokemon's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to see what they show for that. I do think it's coming out this year. I don't know when, probably in the fall.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
I do want to see. I want to see a new announcement of Pikmin. I think Pikmin will be really cool as a strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
I never played any of them, but I've seen videos. And when the GameCube came out, they attached Pikmin as kind of like one of those. I don't think it was a launch title, but it came out relatively soon after the GameCube was released. And I was always kind of like intrigued by it. I wanted to play it.
That's what I've seen friends play it and stuff, and I always thought it was really cool.
Well, I played a lot of Pikmin too, and like I got super into the multiplayer. I don't know if the multiplayer was kind of under the radar with that game or not, but me and Nick played like that split screen for friggin' hours a day back in the day.
Yeah,
and it was so much fun, but. It's kind of like a hard game to explain. You have to play it before you can really understand. Like, it's so much fun when you're playing it, but it's hard to explain. You get like these little bugs you got like around. You gotta go, and you gotta go capture all this stuff and try to take it back to your base. But it's just a hard game to explain. You have to play it to really understand that game. But I'm really excited for.
Yeah,
Pikmin, what would it be now? Pikmin 4, I think?
Pikmin 4, I believe. Yeah.
4.
And then another game I haven't played at all, the franchise I haven't played, but I'm also wanting to get my hands on is Animal Crossing. Eric, I know you're a big fan of Animal Crossing. And somebody I used to date back in the day, my ex-girlfriend, she was a huge Animal Crossing fan, and I never really got into it. I never even, I guess, seen anybody play it before. Yeah. I heard such good things about this franchise, and people talk about it. They're so hyped about the new Animal Crossing that got announced. What kind of game is that, Eric? Is it kind of just like, I heard maybe it's kind of like a...
Sort of like a simulator, like you get your character.
Is it kind of like Stardew Valley or like Minecraft, or is it like more like, what's a better franchise? Because it's like, yeah, is it kind of like, The Sims or like...
Well, that's what I would say. It's sort of like The Sims. Like, it's a simulator where you get your character and you're in this little town with all these animals who talk and stuff. Where you get, like, your house and you go fishing, you do all this stuff.
Does it cater to the adult audience?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would maybe be more of a nostalgia thing. Like, I don't know if, like, an adult is going to go into this game and you
like, it's not a hardcore, like,
no,
trying to rank up, like, there's no, like,
well,
is there, like, multiplayer?
It goes by the actual day, I think, too, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played this game, but I think it goes by, like, the actual day, like, time-wise, so you can only do a certain amount of stuff each day, and the next day you gotta do more stuff, but I mean, it's a really fun game, it's really addicting. I mean, you've seen our reviews on these games. They've never had a game, I don't think, that's probably scored below like a 90 on Metacritic, but they're just really addicting. You try to gather up all this money and build your house up and you can visit your friends' towns and all this stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as it being like an adult game, I don't know, like if some random adult who's never played this game is gonna go in and be like, oh, this game's sweet, like it might be more of a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, I've always heard good things about Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
I always like simulator type games. We have a guest appearance coming in here. We've got Brett's girlfriend, the first female appearance on the show.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Hey, you gotta come over and tell everybody hello. I already said that you're here. So.
Just go behind Scott.
Guest appearance. Pull yourself up a chair, bro.
Yeah, how about you take a seat?
Hi.
Take a seat, Emmy, and make yourself at home.
Yeah, we're talking about Nintendo.
You're a big Smash fan?
Hey, you play a lot of Smash, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were playing, what was that? What were you over your house for? It was, New Year's. And yeah, she was killing it on Smash. She
Yeah.
was
Dude,
second best player there. But
Oh, man.
besides myself, of course. But yeah,
Of course.
I was begging for a one-on-one between her and Brett, but they
Whoa,
neither of them-
Brett chicken
dude,
out.
look at that steelbook. Look at that steelbook of Nino Kuni too. How sick is that?
Wait, where'd you?
Amazon.
Oh, you just
Yeah,
ordered
That's
it?
very cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Here's that around here.
Alright, it was good.
Dolphins.
Let's see. I mean, come in and talk about Smash for a minute.
Dolphins.
Hey, get that out of here.
Get him out of here. What are you trying to say?
Baker Mayfield fan over here.
Alright, we go.
Cleveland Browns.
Ryan Tannehill.
Bye, guys.
You guys make
Bye.
it.
See ya.
See you later. Alright, so.
Alright, thanks, Sarah. Appreciate it.
Alright, so yeah, we got Animal Crossing. What other games are we expecting?
Well, here's another big one that we didn't mention. Series that I haven't played before is Luigi's Mansion,
Oh, yes.
which I'm surprised you didn't mention Luigi's Mansion. That's a
I was getting to it.
have you played a Luigi's Mansion before?
It's kind of like one of those Pikmin stories where like I was intrigued by because that was a launch title for the GameCube, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was intrigued by it and never got a chance to play because I didn't have a GameCube. All I had was a Wii since the N64. So I missed a bunch of franchises that came out for the GameCube
Yeah.
and also the Wii.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that they're going back to some of those GameCube type
Yeah, it's weird how
games
like
that were successful.
people seem like they talk smack about the GameCube back in the day, but you look back and see some of these titles that were on the GameCube back in the day, and there's a lot of good titles back then.
Yeah.
But Luigi's Mansion 3, should be coming out this year. I don't know if it officially got a release date.
I think it's coming out in. Is it Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out in March, or is that the port of 1 and 2?
Do they,
I thought they did. I thought they'd give like a release window for that game.
You're not thinking of Yoshi, are you?
No, because Yoshi got a hard date.
Yeah, that was March.
That was the Yoshi's Crafted World or whatever.
That's coming out in March. But
Are there two Yoshi games or one?
Well, there was Woolly World. That already came out. I'm not sure. Was that on DS? That might be on DS.
So it's Yoshi's Crafted.
This is Yoshi's Crafted World, though.
Okay, and that's coming out on. That got a hard release date from I think a Twitter post or something that Nintendo.
Yeah, they just released like a video. It was weird just for that, and they didn't actually have a direct or anything for it, which everyone thought was kind of weird. But yeah, I think that's coming out in March, which I don't know about that game.
Yeah. Are you excited for that at all?
I might pass on that one. I feel like that's more directed towards the kids, and I don't know if that. I've never gotten into too many Yoshi games except for like Yoshi's Island back on my Game Boy. So I might pass on that one. Luigi's Mansion 3 though, I don't think that got an actual release date, but I'm pretty sure it's confirmed for 2019.
Drop a comment, prove us wrong, or
Yeah.
prove us right.
Yeah, well, I think we're right. So
Oh,
try to prove us wrong if we are wrong.
That's right. We've got future Eric.
hey,
Eric, he's
yeah, we
not
do have the
gonna be
future
wrong.
Eric who. Yeah, I'm waiting for that
He's
next
already
thing he
gonna-
says.
I was already
Bloodborne
talking about the
3,
PS5,
Bloodborne 3.
3.
I want to see what else he said. He was like, "Yeah, I was playing
The Switch 2.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the Switch 3. I mean,
But yeah, that doesn't have a hard release date. An early one, Fire Emblem Three Houses, that's supposed to be coming.
well, you're a big Fire
Okay,
Emblem
that's
fan, right?
Yeah, I love Fire Emblem. I've loved it since they had the first one on the Game Boy. I got that one like on release date, and ever since I played that game, I've loved that series. And it seems like in the last few years, it's kind of become a lot more mainstream. And
Yeah, can you explain like what kind of genre is that? Like RPG Fire Emblem is?
well, it's like a turn-based.
Turn-based.
Yeah, where you get like your characters, and it's turn-based, and you got like 3 different weapons. You got the axe, you got the sword, and you got the lance. And it's kind of like a triangle thing where
Okay.
They
sword-
rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
kind
sword
of.
yes.
beats the
So you
axe,
gotta-
lance beats the sword.
Some strategy
So,
elements in there too.
But yeah, you get that, and then you level up your characters as you go on throughout the story. Like there's usually like 30 chapters or so, and by the end you want to have you can even like evolve your characters too, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
But
yeah, it definitely sounds like the type of game I would.
But yeah,
playing.
that's why I love it so much. And even once your characters die, it depends on what mode you play. Like the classic mode, if your character dies, he's gone for good. You don't get him like the rest of the way through. Or you can do it on like the easy mode where if your character dies, you still get him for the next battle. Which I don't play that mode because they didn't have that on the original one I played. But yeah, it's a cool game because it is very addicting to be able to level up your character, and you can upgrade your weapons and all that stuff.
Yeah, I know one that I'm hoping will be good that I saw. I think it was a preview at the Video Game Awards. Was Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what to think from that trailer. Like the graphics looked kind of cartoonish, which didn't really, it kind of threw me off a little bit. But I played the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and I really enjoyed that game. It was just a top-down like brawling game, like where you're just adventure game where you're going through and leveling up. You can use basically any Marvel character, and I thought that was cool because I'm a big Marvel fan, obviously. And
see, yeah, I played the original one too, which I thought that game was very fun. Yeah. I think I got it was like a launch of when I bought my 360 or something, because I bought like multiple 360s, either because they broke or whatever happened to them, but one of them I bought and it came with it, and yeah, the game was surprisingly fun.
Yeah.
But I also got the same impression from you, whereas I thought it kind of looked a little bit dumbed down or cartoony compared to the older versions, but I don't know, did they release actual gameplay? I don't recall. If it was like an actual gameplay video or it was just a trailer.
I think that it was gameplay. I think it was just a trailer.
Yeah, so
yeah, we
should be interesting
have to see on that.
Because I think that one I thought was confirmed for pretty early in the year. Once again, I could be wrong on that. Anything else you're thinking of, Brett, that you're excited for? I've still got a list here. There's some more games that I can jot off. Anything else that comes to mind for you?
No, just go ahead and go through the list.
Go through.
It seems like they have a lot of good third-party games coming this year too, which in the past Nintendo's kind of seemed to let us down as far as third-party goes.
Well, I think publishers were maybe a little bit maybe hesitant about the hardware, and I think with the success of the Switch so far, especially like Nintendo and Ubisoft have had like a past. So you saw like that Mario and Rabbids game come out, and then they're continuing having a partnership. I think they're doing like a Star Fox type of game or something. So I think more and more publishers are starting to realize that hey, Nintendo's the Switch is a good piece of hardware. Let's try to get more sales. Because a lot of people are enjoying and having the ability to lay in bed and have a handheld. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to have with the Game Boy, the Game Boy Color. So I think you're definitely going to see more third parties coming over to the Switch and porting their games over.
Yeah, because another big one that seems to be jumping in as far as bringing third-party titles is Bethesda. They seem like they're pretty much bringing almost every game they release now. It's coming over to the Switch because they have Doom. I know is coming out this year. Doom Eternal is supposed to be coming to the Switch, and I think next Wolfenstein is supposed to come to the Switch.
That's what I like that Nintendo, they're finally starting to get some of those multi-platform games that like their old system, like the Wii, wasn't powerful enough or whatever to run, and now they're starting to get some of those back. Like I think that's going to be good for them, that you can play.
Well, also I think games too is that maybe a lot of publishers thought that like the Wii U were kind of like gimmicky, and I don't think they really took those consoles seriously. I mean, yeah, the Wii sold a lot, but I mean, so we're using the Wii controller than the nunchuck controller.
I think they kind of shoot them
with those games.
They shoot themselves in the foot in that respect. Is they could make these consoles more powerful, and I think these developers don't want to, make kind of like different versions of their games because some of them just can't run on these consoles. I think so. I think it would be a smart move for them, maybe to release a more powerful Switch. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to have another version of the Switch coming out this year? And if so, do you think it's more? be a more powerful Switch? Do
I
you
would
think it could be
think it would be this year.
Mhm.
I could see maybe announcing something next year. I don't even know if they would announce another Switch this year.
Well, I've heard rumors of them coming out this year.
So you think they're gonna announce?
But I don't know if it's going to be a more
this
powerful Switch, or if they might do like a Switch Mini. It could be a variety of things.
How are you gonna do a mini size Switch when this thing is actually pretty small itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They could be trying to like reduce the price maybe and do a miniature size one, but it would be weird trying to do like a mini Switch though, because how you gonna do the controllers? Because if they do it more miniature than that, the controllers are gonna be
Yeah,
tiny.
fucking like you have like fucking like Bigfoot thumbs, and like your thumbs would be like, oh yeah, dude, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I've heard rumors of mini Switch, but yeah, that seems kind of
that's
far fetched.
I mean, I can see them having like a different, like a Switch, 2.0,
yeah, more
where
powerful.
it's a little bit more powerful. Maybe they can somehow get, because I think right now the Switch runs at 720p in handheld, so maybe they can get the resolution bumped up to 1080 in high def. That'd be really cool.
Mhm.
I don't think we'll see like any type of like 4K Switch. I think that's kind of like because I mean
on a small screen, 4K doesn't really.
And you got to think about
much,
these games too, how
on
big
a
these
TV
games
screen,
are.
though, 4K would be cool.
I mean, like you got to think about the Switch only has, I think it's 32 gigabytes of storage. The more detail you give these games, the bigger these games are going to be. I bought a micro SD card to give me another thing of storage.
Yeah, you have to allow for the building the external storage drives.
Yeah,
Like even with Xbox and PlayStation,
I'll tell you what
basically
though,
have to get
Nintendo finally got like YouTube. I need them to do two things. One, get an internet browser. That'd be great. I don't know why it doesn't have an internet browser. Two, it has the NES that you're able to stream games if you pay like a subscription. I would love to see them introduce the SNES as another subscription, or
64 would be sweet. But...
yeah, well, I mean, I think that could be. I think that's definitely their future plans. Is it like an N64 classic? I think you're right. But that would be two things I would like to see in like a new like Switch. So I think the Switch it's still selling well and has good games now that's been out for almost 2 years come March. So.
Well, I know there's one other thing you would probably like to see them implement, and that would be like a sort of like a trophy system, kind of like PlayStation does.
Yeah.
That would be sweet to have on the Switch, because that would give you more incentive to beat these games.
I mean, not even incentive, but we'd just be like kind of like bragging rights.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we can see, I can see how long you play like Zelda, and it would say like 30 hours or above, and like it kind of gives you that small like timestamp of how much you played. But yeah, I think it'd be cool having like some type of like achievement trophy system where you can see like, oh, Eric did all this in the game.
Like
this
give
is
them like stars and sunshines and stuff.
There's something.
Trophies, like, that's sweet.
I mean, I think that'd be really cool. And I don't think it would be that hard to implement on the back end.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
So, now that they're promoting all this, cloud service, and you have to pay for a subscription for the cloud service, I don't see why they couldn't do that. For that, it's available for everybody. You can back up, your saves and stuff. So, Nintendo's always been kind of like, off doing its own thing comparing to. I mean, I don't think they really compare themselves against PlayStation and Xbox that much anymore. They kind of, PlayStation and Xbox battle each other. And Xbox just kind of goes off their own because they know people are going to buy their consoles because they want to play their games.
Mm-hmm.
Which cycles back to, if you have good games, you're going to sell your consoles. You're going to sell, some people think it's all about power. The Switch is the least powerful of the three. And it's still selling at a better pace than Xbox One ever has. So, because you can only get, Zelda, Mario, and all the other Mario franchises that go along with it, Metroid Prime, Pikmin, these games that we think are going to be coming out, and especially Pokemon. So, which I think is the best-selling franchise of all time. So, there's a lot going for the Switch, and we'll have to see what they come out with. So,
Alright, yeah. I mean, still going down the list, there's still a few other games I haven't mentioned. Like, they're bringing all the classic Final Fantasy, well, not all of them, but a whole bunch of them. Like Final Fantasy 7, 10, and 10-2 remix or whatever.
What
12,
do you say?
I think. Well, Final Fantasy like 10 or X and X2 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played all the Final Fantasies.
Yeah, I think they're bringing Final Fantasy 12 too.
And then Final Fantasy 12, yeah. I think.
Okay.
Resident Evils, they're bringing a bunch of those over. Let's see what else. Damon X Machina, I don't know much about that game, but everyone seems to be excited about that. I guess that's some kind of, Transformer,
Okay.
those big mech things or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Like your favorite game of all time, Titanfall 2.
Yeah, sort of like Titanfall, I guess. Another big one, Bayonetta 3. I haven't played any of the classic ones.
That's not is that exclusive to? I don't think that's multi. Okay.
Yeah, it's made by it's published by Nintendo and made by Platinum Games.
Okay.
So yeah, that is
Yeah,
exclusive.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is exclusive to Nintendo as well.
Yeah.
Whereas the first two were multi-platform.
So yeah, they ported over 1 and 2. I need to check those out at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it, but that is a big title for them, which I think.
Yeah, I think
that's guaranteed. That was
a
one
game that already came out. I know that Civ 6 was ported to the Switch recently.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you own that game, Eric?
Yeah, I do. I was actually playing some of it this morning.
Yeah. So how do the controls feel on that? Like, I don't know if you ever played it on the PC. Or
I did play it on the PC a little bit.
Like how it compares to.
But I mean, the controls are pretty good.
Yeah.
The problem I have with that game is they don't have like an online support, so you can't play
multiplayer.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you can play local multiplayer, like over Wi-Fi. So if 4 of us had our own switches with our own games, then we could play together. But they don't have online support, so that kind of that sucks. But I mean, I'm getting destroyed by the computers. It seems like so. I don't know if I'll be playing real people, but. There's that, and then Town. That seems to be like a title that people are kind of excited about.
So what you said, Game Freak?
Yeah, Game Freak.
Yeah, so this is like their first.
That was shown at the Game Awards,
game.
wasn't it?
I know I saw it somewhere.
Or was it
like that monster thing running through the town or something? But I don't know too much about that game. I don't think anybody really does because they didn't show too much on it. But it's being developed by Game Freak. That's their first title they've made. That's not Pokemon, so.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how the game turns out. Doesn't have an actual release date yet, but I mean, there's a bunch of other little titles that I don't know a whole lot about. But I think we touched on most of the big.
Yeah,
Nintendo exclusive games.
They certainly have a lot to look forward to. So for those of you with the Nintendo Switch, I hope you have got some ideas on what you're going to be purchasing going forward and looking forward to. Now I wanted to switch gears to us personally, what we are going to be doing. I know we're going to have our first on the day of launch, game where we're going to be streaming on the day of launch. Brett said he's going to be streaming under his Dipless Carrot. It's his username on Twitch.
Yep.
He's going to be streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 on the day it comes out. So I think we'll be excited to see that game in action.
January 29th. And he'll pick it up, and then I'll install it, and then I'll stream it. I'll start streaming whenever I get the chance to once it's fully installed.
Okay.
So
which game was it that we were talking about?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts, and then you're also doing.
I'm gonna be doing. I'll do a live stream of Anthem.
Okay, so you're definitely getting Anthem.
Yeah, I have it pre-ordered.
PlayStation
4.
Actually, it seems that all 4 of us, Jared included, the guy from last week's episode, are most likely going to be getting Anthem. So we might bring you a 4-player live stream of that game,
which I think would be really fun. Cool. Which would be really cool. You guys think all of us kind of cooperate and play together, and we can all pick on Scott together. So.
That's right. In my stream, we'll just say how not to play the game.
Yeah.
That wasn't the other game I was talking about, though. What's that other
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. That'll be on March 22nd
Okay.
I'm gonna see if they'll let me pick it up early. If I can get it installed and do that first thing in the morning. And that's single player. So, but
I'm most likely gonna end up getting Division 2.
Okay.
I'm not guaranteed sold on it yet, but I'll most likely get that game. I didn't play Division 1, so this should be a cool experience for me going into this game. But I'll most likely get that one. That and Anthem are the only games I'm really looking at on my radar as far as streaming in the near future. But anything you're looking at, Scott?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, I'm finishing up Celeste now. That game's it's been a fun game. I can enjoy
I'll tell you what
little
though,
bit of
Scott.
story on
Speaking
that.
of Celeste, like I was watching your stream at work today,
Yeah.
and that soundtrack is fucking
I love the
amazing.
music in that game.
Oh my god! Like, I was typing up numbers like, whoa, like this is
You're-
fucking
yeah, that
nuts.
was like
It got me in the
helping
mood
you
to type in
focus,
some
and work,
dollar amounts and shit. Like, yeah, I was pumped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that game definitely has a great soundtrack.
It's colorful. It's bright.
Mhm.
Your voiceovers are one of a kind.
That's
Like,
right.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
want to
fun.
make a video just like cut the dialogue scenes.
I like how the game records all your deaths too. Like what you have, 1882 or something.
Oh yeah, and it tells you to be proud of your
Oh,
deaths too.
That'd
so
be like
that's
1,800
my kind
times
of
I would
game.
rage.
Like,
Like,
it tells you, yeah.
because I can't handle dying on games, so I'd be raging
But they
every
make
time.
it so like simple because you respawn immediately. It's just like
Uh-huh.
Super Meat Boy in that way, where you just are gonna die.
Well, yeah,
that
I
is awesome.
didn't watch the whole video yet, but I watched like the first couple minutes. Yeah, it was death after death after death.
Yeah,
But yeah, at least it jumps you right back in, so
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I have so many games, and I think you were the same way. We were talking about this before the stream. We have like so many games on our list of games that we want to play, and then we get to it's like, do I want to do Batman Arkham Asylum? Do I want to do The Witcher? Do I want to do Red Dead Redemption 2, finish that off? Do I want to finish off Dragon Age Inquisition finally? And then it's just like, I don't know, if there's so many to choose from, I can't. And then I end up just turning on Netflix, and it's like, we'll just watch Punisher Season 2.
Well, the problem for me is some of these games are too long. Like, I'll start playing one, and I'll play that for like 2 days, and then I'm like, I'm gonna try this other one. Like, I keep jumping from game to game, and I can't finish any of them. It's so freaking long.
My feeling on it is that like I'm going through right now where I have that video game depression, and I think it's a real thing. I think a lot of gamers experience it where you get kind of burnt out on games, and I think it's your body telling you, hey, it's okay to take a break. Take a break and do something else. Like, for me, like, I haven't gotten at like really any games besides doing my Shadow of the Colossus stream and playing like some Battlefield here and there. But even Battlefield 5, I'm kind of sick of, even though a new chapter started yesterday. And my friends wanted to play it, but I'm like, I really didn't want to. It's not grabbing me. No game's grabbing me right now. And I've been watching, Netflix and YouTube videos. And that's been it. Like, I just haven't, felt like doing anything. You guys both know I'm not big.
Yeah, I mean, video games are an entertainment. Like,
And
that's our form of entertainment.
Right.
So you should never feel stressed out.
Right.
Like,
Right.
When you go play these games, it's like, this is not the end of the world if you don't get to all these games. This is for just
That's what,
I'm on the same boat right
No,
now.
you're exactly right, Scott. A lot of people think that video games are like, that's our hobby. We really enjoy them, but they shouldn't be our lives. Like, it should be something that you do for fun, and it's something to kind of escape from real life. And you guys both like multiplayer games. Like, you guys play with our friends on Xbox, and it's a way to mingle, stay connected to them, and be able just to kick back, have a drink, and just have fun. When they start becoming like a chore, that's when it's like
it's like, okay, you need a break.
So I haven't been playing anything besides Shadow of the Colossus. I dropped a stream yesterday. A little bit of Battlefield 5, and that's I was playing Red Dead Online.
Okay.
I did that for a
How are
couple
you
days.
like that? I know that there was some like bugs that Rockstar had to patch with that, like the online mode. People had some issues with it.
Yeah, it's basic. If you played Grand Theft Auto Online, it's basically the same thing. Just quests, and then you can kill people, and a lot of people are on there, are way above your level, and they have the best, shit already, and they're killing you in one pop. It's annoying. I mean, the missions are okay, but it's just, if you're with somebody like me and Jared were in like a saloon, and we're just killing like random NPCs and killing like, we were being like cancers, like killing like different players, and then they were trying to kill us. So we had a couple of shootouts, but after that, like once that wears off, again, like I wasn't feeling like playing anymore. So I think I'm just gonna take a break and just watch some shows on Netflix and maybe watch some more Game of Thrones, get caught back up on that.
There you go.
The new season in April. So
yeah, that's been me. I've been streaming Game of Thrones, and I think I started like beginning of the year and I'm already through season 4. So it's pretty much been taking up most of my time.
Get caught up on that. I've only watched through season 4 because I wanted to read the books before the show, since the show went past the books. But George R. Martin is taking his time, so I might just end up going back to the series and finishing that off. So
those books might never be done.
I don't think so.
But so that's what we've been up to. I hope you guys have been having a good week and surviving the winter months. We definitely have a big snowstorm coming tomorrow, so we're just gonna be staying inside, I think.
It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be like an Emmy-free weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Just sit at home and just watch some more YouTube and Netflix videos, I guess.
Okay.
I know me and Eric are both kind of like recovering from having colds and so
hopefully I don't get
Scott,
as you can tell from my sneeze attacks a couple times.
And like I'm nasally, and we're gonna see Scott on his Tuesday stream with Celeste,
right.
fucking like snot going down. He's like, I'm doing this for the viewers.
Be terrible.
Oh, guys, voiceovers are gonna suck, and
Okay.
Alright, I can't even laugh because my throat's all fucked up.
Alright guys, well thanks for joining us today. We will catch you next week. We're going to have a new episode. I think we were talking about doing maybe games that we would like to see a remaster for, reports for.
Still up in the air, but
it's one of our potential subjects, and we might have somebody else come back again.
Yes, we might have our guest here.
Only 2 weeks apart.
He can't get away from us, man. He can't get away. So I think he had a good time with us last time. So
the viewers obviously liked him because
that's our highest speed video so far.
So he might be the magic key to this whole success.
Maybe getting big now.
Yep. Thanks, Jared.
All right, so
Scott said I don't know. I thought that was funny because he's assuming he's Jared. I don't know. Scratch that. What the fuck? Okay.
Well, like
Scott.
our video, subscribe to us if you like us. Leave us comments of what you want us to talk about. We enjoy your feedback. We're doing these shows for our audience, so whatever you guys want us to talk about is what
Sean, comment.
We're trying to review games. There hasn't been any.
Sean, you better comment on this video so that we know you watched it, and we need your input. And shout out to Austin, who I work with at my job, because he wanted me to give him a shout out because he's been with us since day one.
What's up, Austin?
He's a day one fan. So what up, Austin?
Cool.
What a dude though. So
and again, thank you to Colin Oliva for the cool logo that we have now.
Colin, who's getting married in July.
Oh,
yeah! So give a shout out to him and Chelsea. So cool.
All right, we'll talk to you guys next week.